You are now tuned in to the Gifted Gab.
I was at Dundas West Fest I think it was 2 weeks ago. But that was a vibe. Like, just it's good to see everyone just kind of going out now, just living life, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after especially here, because Toronto, Canada in general has it rough. Like when it came to COVID.
Were you here?
For like a little stretch.
You escaped though, eh?
Yeah, because of school. So I got to go back.
Yeah, they had the green pass.
Yeah, it's rough. It was rough over here, man. It's rough over here. I'm not gonna lie. Like the U.S. is really like I don't want to say nonchalant, but it's like more laid back over there.
Were you in Utah at this point?
Yeah, no, I was going to Utah.
Going to Utah
at that point, yeah.
And they're like not doing masks, none of that.
Yeah, masks. Yeah, Utah.
Holy.
There's no masks. Like even like when it was like in the thick of it, like there was no mask mandates.
Nuts. That's
like,
nuts.
Nothing, fam. Like,
I would have been over there. What the hell? Because Doug was moving crazy. Like I remember at the height of the pandemic, there's like 2 points where I'm like, I don't even feel like being here right now. This is nuts. Like I'm trying to get out of this place right now because I remember they had a curfew. You couldn't be with people. I think it was like over 4. I don't know if you're over 4 people in one area. You have to be home by a certain. I'm like, this is stupid. Yeah, it was some stupidness. Like you couldn't be in the same car from a different household with like all these nonchalant, arbitrary rules. I'm like, where do we go from here?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's just good to see that now. And then even on another point, like leagues are open. Obviously, CEBL is here. You know, talk about that now. It's your first year.
Yeah, CBL is great, bro. Like, there's a lot of competition in there. Like G League guys. I know from my team especially, we got a couple of G League guys. We have multiple actually. We got Notice, Dwayne played 905, AB plays 905. We got CV Christian. He plays with the Vipers, the Rockets affiliated G League team.
Yeah.
And then we got a big man, JT. He was playing with the Lakeland Magic.
Okay.
So we got some guys.
Got some guys, yeah.
And the CBL has guys like Cat Barbers in there. This guy.
Hold on, sorry, man. Do me one favor, just lift the mic just slightly, just a little bit. Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah.
Cat Barbers in there. Who else? Ahmed Hill. There's AJ Lawson's in there. This guy named Samson, Xavier, Rasan Mays. Like this, like bare guys in there, yo. Like, and it's good competition. Yeah, so it's a good thing for the summer. Like, it's just, especially for the pro guys to make a little change and like stay in shape and
stay competitive. Right? Yeah. It took over because I remember they had Crown League. It completely kind of took that over because that was a thing too. That was a serious thing that was going on here. But seeing the success of the CEBL. That's probably the first Canadian professional league that has reached a new height in terms of like maintaining a certain level of competitiveness, of professionalism, of consistency. Because the NBL is good too, but in terms of like their longevity, NBL started a long time ago. But I feel like the CEBL has kind of surpassed that already.
It's getting a lot of buzz too.
A lot of traction with
J. Cole.
Yeah, so you played against him, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Talk about that, man.
It was crazy because before the game started, I was on the graphic with him.
Saw that.
Luckily, and like I was getting buzz from that. Oh, you know how it is. Like yo, you're gonna play against J. Cole, blah 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 blah. But I think it was a good experience to play, like to share the floor with him, just because like he's just a legend in the rap game, you know. Just to share the floor with him was pretty cool. But him as a basketball player, I mean, he's not bad. I don't think he's that bad. I think he's just learning. I think he's trying to learn like a lot of like the nuances of the game. Yeah, like when he was talking to his teammates and on like certain possessions, like he was kind of asking for like clarity on like what to do.
Just is it more of like IQ, just basic principles like lifting or
it's like
when to
stuff like that.
Okay,
it's like I think it's more about the reps. He hasn't had like the reps and like probably the coaching to like really understand like how the game goes, and even the guys who've gotten the reps still don't know.
Still don't know. There's a lot of guys that don't. There's a lot of pros that don't know how to play.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
So, but I respect him for trying it.
Yeah.
Because that's not easy to just step on a pro floor and with a bunch of guys who can really go and like to be able to compete. It takes a lot of courage to do that. So yeah, I give him credit for that.
To take that risk too.
Yeah.
Not a lot of hoopers that would say, "Yo, fuck it, let me play professionally. Let me see what I can do here."
Yeah,
you know, I see him with a 1-2 buck too. I see him.
Yeah, he
scores
too.
Yeah,
I
seen him.
Yeah, so
you know, I also seen him like I think it was years back. He was in that one run with Melo and them.
Yeah, Black
Melo.
Ops.
That's Black Ops. Yeah. He was doing some work there too.
Yeah. I mean, like he can play. Like don't get me wrong, but like I said, I think it's just the reps. He hasn't had the reps that everyone else has had.
Yeah,
it's like us going to the studio with him right now.
Oh, we get cooked.
Yeah,
we get fried. Yeah,
easily. You know what I'm saying? And it's not even like he's really getting cooked though. He's like kind of holding his own at the same time.
Is
too.
he like how? So I never watched him play yet. You know what I mean? But how was he moving like on defense, offense? Is he more of like was he timid? Was he?
Honestly, like when most of the times when he checked in, like their game plan was to go zone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It makes sense though.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of guys talking about they're just gonna ISO him and just
when he was guarding me, I shot it.
Yeah. What was your goal?
I shot it right away. Like we ran a play,
and
he switched on me, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm shooting." This.
Yeah.
I have to.
So yo, like, what's going through your mind though? Like, this is a guy you grew up listening to.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's guarding you 1-on-1. What's going on in your mind? Are you thinking, yo, this is food?
Yeah,
or it's like,
food.
yo, my bad after this? Or like,
no, my bad.
Food.
This is food. Like this is like, yo, you're getting cooked right here.
Yeah,
like, but they shrank the floor on me still, so I have to pull up on him.
Yeah.
I missed the shot, but you know, like I had like for me, it was like it's like that with anything though. With basketball, it's not even just because he was J. Cole I went at him, but it's just like if I feel like I have the advantage, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, and it's a testament to how far you're getting right now and how far you'll continue to grow. You can't have a sorry mindset or like a apologetic mindset. You already know how it is. Yeah,
exactly.
That's interesting, man. Because you're playing against a guy that you grew up listening to. This is an icon in the game, legend. You know what I mean? A part of you is wondering, how the fuck did I get here?
Yeah, like real shit. Though.
How the really
real
like
shit, though.
You know what I mean?
It was weird. Like it was just like why me out of all people end up on the graphic with him? I saved that picture.
What are the chances?
Yeah, and he's like he doesn't play anymore.
Yeah,
like
he's not in the league anymore.
Nah, he's on tour.
He's on tour. Yeah, that's crazy.
So there was a small window for like anyone to like get a photo with him or like on the graphic or play against him. It was a small window. So like to be able to like get that blessing, I mean, I'm grateful for it. But you know, it's crazy to like. He's like a real legend. And Drizzy was at the game too.
I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I saw that. That was huge, man.
Crazy.
Playing in front
I
of
never thought I would
bro.
play in front of Drake.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yo, he's been active in the community. It's good to see him come back because he's been in Toronto. It seems like for a minute now. But to even see him participate in these type of things, in these events, it shows. It shows a lot when you have someone of his stature supporting these type of things, right?
Nah, it's big. It's big for Toronto, man. It's
huge.
Big for Toronto, yo.
A lot of eyes on us right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, the CBL is going to grow because a lot of those guys are putting it out there. And I think with J. Cole doing that, I think it was big for us just to get the fan base going a little bit. And it got Scarborough's fan base going crazy. Like, the game was packed. Yeah. Like, it's the most packed CBL game I've been a part of. Yeah. So it was a good experience. It was like celebrities, of course. Bleacher Report did the game. Yeah, so like it was crazy, yo. It was crazy. It was a crazy experience.
Is that the biggest game you ever played in?
No.
What's the biggest one?
There was more celebrities in that game I played in, but the biggest game I played in was probably like a Madison Square Garden.
MSG?
Or like even when I was at Marquette.
Yeah.
At our home games, just like 15,000 people. Every game.
Talk about that experience at Marquette, bro. You know, I mean, that's a high major school.
Yeah.
Produced a lot of guys. Junior Dugan. You know, a lot of
shout out to Junior though. Shout out to Junior for sure.
A guy. Yeah. Talk about that.
Yeah, it was a great experience. Because I got exposed to playing in like big environments, like crazy environments. Like anywhere we went in the Big East, it was like madness. Well, it's like when COVID wasn't around, obviously, but like when there was no COVID, it was like when you came to Marquette and you playing in the Bucks arena. It's essentially the Bucks arena that we're playing in, and every seat is filled. It's hard to play in there, bro. It's it gets loud. A lot of distractions. It's really exciting. Like, or when you go to like Xavier or like Butler, and the crowd is packed and everyone's talking mad shit at you, calling you every name in the book, yo. But the thing is about that, like, that's the most fun. Like, I love that shit, yo. Like, just going into other people's crowds. I mean, other people's schools with their crowd, beating them, talking shit to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like that, fam. That's what basketball's about for me. Like, just competing at the highest level, and talking shit to anybody in front of you. You know, so the experience was crazy. I'm grateful for the experience because, you know, now when I play in those environments, it's like nothing. Like Scarborough was nothing. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's Trump change.
Yeah, because I played in front of 15,000, 20,000 before in like close situation, like one possession games. So, you know, like those get hectic. So, no, I'm thankful for that experience.
Hell yeah. No, it set the tone for you for sure. Yeah. You know, I've followed your career because I've been training you since Vlad. You know, funny story, bro. I saw Vlad last week, eh? Mm-hmm. I had him, bro. Yeah, I saw him out last week. Shout out to that guy. Legend.
Shout out to Vlad.
Legend in the community,
legend.
Bro. Yeah. Legend. But yeah, obviously, you know, I've been following your journey for a minute now. Mm-hmm. You played at 3 separate schools. You know, you started off at Utah State, went to Marquette, and went to Weber after, right? A lot of times as athletes, bro, we're taught to stick or stay loyal to a school, you know, fight through the hard times. Your time will come. Yeah. Your journey was a bit different than that. Yeah. What have you kind of learned from that experience? Because, you know, I'm sure people were probably telling you, yo, like, just stay here or whatever. Stay there. Trust me, things will turn around. Like, from someone that's been to 2 or 3 separate schools, how was your experience doing that? And what kind of things were going through your mind?
So when I went to Utah State first, my first 2 years went good. My freshman of the year, I was playing good basketball. And then our second year, I guess during the season, we didn't do what we expected for us to do. But when it came to like the postseason tournament, we did well. Like we went to the semis, we played against New Mexico, we lost against New Mexico, but we did well compared to the expectations we had for our team. Because we were like 7th in the league. It was like 11 teams in the league. We're like 7th.
What conference was it again?
Mountain West. Mountain West was tough because
was Weber in there?
No, so. It was like Nevada, Wyoming, Boise State, like those schools. Like, you remember I don't know. No. It was like Air Force. I'm trying to think of like
Montana.
No, those are like Big Sky schools. Big Sky. Yeah, so that's like Montana. Weber. That's like those are like the schools I played against when I went to Weber.
Okay,
but like those like Mountain West was a monster. It was like, you know, remember the Martin twins? The light skin,
yeah. They went to
Nevada.
Nevada, yeah.
Yeah, they had a squad. So
I remember that.
It was them. It was Boise State. Boise State had like Chandler Parsons. No, that's not his name. Chandler something.
Yeah,
but he went to the league. They had like Justin James. He went to Wyoming. Yeah, he went to the league. So like the Mountain West was
Justin James, a light skin guy. Mm-hmm. He's like 6. He's like a point guard, right?
He's like 6'6". 6'7", athletic.
I might have played out with him in Florida still.
You might have.
You went to
I think he was a JUCO baby.
JUCO?
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might be some, yeah. I know a guy that went to Wyoming that played at Oldsmar, my old Oldsmar Christian Academy.
Oh, that's a prep school?
Yeah, it's a prep school when I was playing at the Rock in Florida.
Okay.
It was the same conference, but I think I might be the same guy.
That might be him, yeah. So he got drafted like 45th. So like the Utah State was a good experience, but our coach got fired after my second year. And essentially, I only went there because of the assistant. He had a really close relationship with my high school coach that died.
Condolences, bro.
Yeah, no, for sure. He had a really close relationship with him. And then I was like, yeah, this is school for me. Like, it just felt right. And then once the staff got fired, I was just like, maybe I should explore different opportunities, you know? So then I went to Marquette, redshirted for a year. So I was essentially there for like 3 years, played 2 years. Like I said, it was a good experience. Probably didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but like that's okay. Like now I kind of find peace in that.
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel like I really lost in that experience. I feel like I've learned a lot in that in those 3 years, like a lot. Like just looking back at it now, like even certain situations I went through, it's just like, damn, like I needed to go through that.
Yeah. It can't always be uphill.
Yeah.
I think that's with anything in life, man. Not even just basketball. I think a lot of times those losses really are lessons.
Yeah, big time lessons, yo. Like I went through like rock bottom when I was over there, and not even to say like it was because of them or anyone there, but like shit, life happens sometimes, So, wasn't in the best mental state there, but got through it, and then coach gets fired again
at Marquette.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking about going back to school at the time.
Oh, you're just gonna try to go pro?
I was gonna try to go pro, but then after the season was done, like I got a bunch of calls saying like, "Yo, like you should do another year of school." Even before the season was over, like maybe like a month before the season was over, people were putting that in my head already. So I was giving it a thought. But then our coach gets fired, and then they bring in Shaka Smart. Shaka is a good coach, but I didn't stay because I kind of felt like I needed to change my environment a little bit. Like the mental state I was in when I was at Marquette wasn't a good place I was in. So I was just like, you know what? Let me change the scenery a little bit. And the coach that I committed to got fired and everything. So
so all these coaches getting fired, bro.
I think it's me, fam. Yo, I think it's because when I went to Weber, no shit, no bullshit. When I went to Weber, bro, after I left, the coach retired.
Yo, that's crazy, bro.
I think it's me, fam.
Man, that's terrible, bro. That's terrible.
But he was, I don't know.
What's wrong with this guy, bro? Guys get coaches fired and shit, man. Damn, bro.
Yeah, bro. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, yo. But so I went to Weber and I had the best experience ever. And it started with the summer. The summer I had a great summer. Workouts were going great. Then Dame comes.
I seen that. Yeah.
Get to watch Dame work out. Yeah. And how he goes about his business, and then he gives us like a little talk for like an hour, maybe 2 hours.
What'd you saying?
Just keeping it real, yo. Just like the Dame talk really made shit click for me. I don't know if he knows that, but like that shit changed my whole life, like real shit. He was saying shit like, yo, like obviously I kind of knew that at an extent, but he was saying like what you do off the court is gonna affect on the court, but everyone knows that, right? Yeah. But he broke it down to a point where like he was one of us, so it was easy to understand. He was like, yo, like, okay, you guys can't be going to the club every week or to parties every week or like doing stuff that's gonna affect you on the basketball court and expect to be good. So like basically he was saying, like, he gave us an example one time. He was in Toronto. It was crazy how ironic this was. He was saying he was in Toronto. He was with CJ. He met up with Drake to go to dinner the night before the game, but they stayed out until like 2 a.m, right? And then the next day he had 50, but they lost.
That's crazy.
And he was saying like, we lost because we didn't take care of what we needed to take care of the night before. We didn't go to bed and at the right time. We didn't get the proper sleep. So it was like, he was like, yo, all that stuff matters. Like, so, and to me, I thought it was just like, yo, if you put in the work, you're good.
Yeah, regardless
of what you do. Like, if you drink, you smoke, you do whatever.
Yeah.
If you put in the work, you're fine.
You're shot, yeah.
But it doesn't work that way. And I was just like, yo, like, that shit really clicked with me. So after he said that, like, it was like, yo, I'm not going nowhere. Like, he was like, yo, all I did was chill in my room and went to the gym.
Yeah.
And, like, that year, he averaged 25 in college. Like, he was him and Jimmer Fredette leading scorers in the nation. And that's when he got drafted 6th, I think, after that year. So I was just like, yo, like, he's right. Like, I can't be going out every weekend. I can't be, you know what I'm saying, staying up late. I got to get my sleep.
Yeah, the proof is there, bro. I think, yo, a lot of times when people are going out every weekend, I think This is gonna sound a little shallow. I think they're trying to escape something.
No, for sure.
You know, a lot of times when you're trying to pursue something that's bigger than yourself, you don't have time. You don't even have the time for that, bro.
Yeah.
Like when you there's a lot of times where some of my people in my friend group, they're all chasing something, so they don't even have time for that. Because it's just like, what are we celebrating?
No bullshit.
It literally just comes down to that. What are we celebrating?
No bullshit.
It's that simple.
No bullshit.
So that's when I resonate with that in a sense. But to have a speech like that, bro, and the results show, because you had an amazing
Crazy
season.
year,
An amazing. That was your best one yet?
Yes, that was because of. But I want to say I don't want to say it's because of him, but like he sparked it for me.
Yeah.
And then like I'll hit him up. So like he followed me on Instagram, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like,
you saw the work, bro. Real recognize real, man.
Like, this guy is crazy. Like, why is he following me? Like, out of all people. But
yeah.
Like, whatever. Okay, he followed me. I obviously followed him back. I was just like shocked as hell. Like, why the fuck is this guy why the fuck is the guy following me? But then one day I hit him up just to see if he would answer. Matt answered me like in 2 minutes. Like, I was like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Just started hitting him up about like, just asking for advice. What I should do in certain situations from a leadership standpoint, all of that. And he was giving me like real solid advice, bro. Like, so like big shout out to Dame, fam, because he I don't know if he knows it, but he helped me like a lot just to realize like, yo, how this shit really works. What, like, how you do one thing is how you do everything.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Like,
yeah,
that's a fact. Yeah.
So it's just like he showed me that, and yeah, how he works. He's so him and his trainer are so like particular about things.
Very meticulous.
Yeah. So it's just like how he works. You know, I saw that and I loved it.
I wanted to ask you a question on that, bro, on the topic of training. You know, growing up in the basketball community, especially here in Toronto, it's not perfect. Yeah. It's great, but it's not perfect, of course. What are some things that you feel like are in the community that are lacking that can do a bit better of a job with? And you know, if you had a say in that, how would you change that?
Yo, we just gotta give space to the youths just to like run around a little bit. Yo, like there's no space, fam.
Yeah.
Like, for example, like the community center we're talking about in Oakville.
Yeah.
One of the coaches asked, like, yo, can we get in here early just to do whatever? Because there's no one in the gym.
Yeah.
The gym is free. They're like, no, you guys have to wait for a certain time. And I think, like, that's so stupid. Like, if the gym is open, allow the kids to go in there and just run around. If you have something at 9, then kick them out at 9. But if there's nothing going on, like, let the kids in and let them do what they got to do. Like, I feel like Toronto is so stupid with that stuff. Like, first of all, there's not enough people working.
Yeah.
So it's a liability issue, I think. I think that's what it is. But also, there's not enough space for the youth to just run around and just bullshit around. Like, because that's what youth just need need space to burn energy.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest thing that's wrong with not even just basketball, fam. Just for the youth.
Yeah, just for the city.
Just for the youth. Just have a space to run around. And there's no space for the youth to run around. That's why you see all these guys getting into
some trouble. Some shit. Yeah. I think that's a valuable, like, as a youth, like you're saying, you have all this energy. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't have a passion, no one knows what they're trying to do at 10 years old.
No.
You know what I'm saying? When you don't have a passion or someone that's guiding you to go somewhere, you're gonna end up likely to do some fuckery at the end of the day.
Yeah, yo.
I agree with that because a big part of what basketball did for me was kind of steer me away from that. I won't lie. In my area, there's a lot of bullshit that's going on, but basketball kind of helped steer me in a different direction in that sense. So I resonate with that because at the end of the day, bro, these kids need something to occupy themselves with.
Whatever it is.
Bro, whatever. It doesn't even have to be basketball.
Yeah, whatever.
It doesn't even have to be basketball. Like,
that's what they need. They just need space, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and the thing that I want to do, like, I've probably told like 5 people this, but when I financially, when I get to where I want to get to, I'm going to build my own community center, and it's going to have space for everything. Volleyball, track, basketball, karate, whatever.
Tough.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't know the logistics of it yet. I haven't gotten that far, but I want to have a space for everyone just to, especially in Parkdale, in my area, for kids just to do something. Because I know growing up after school, like if there was no basketball, like I would be doing some like fuckery, fam.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like that's what I want to provide for the youths. It's just a space, like whatever it is, fam. Like even if it's like just going to play pool or ping pong or whatever,
something, bro.
Something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like we need that space, and then I'm gonna have like a bunch of people that I trust who work there. Yeah. Like a bunch of mentors. Like I don't even want to call them like staff members.
Nah, these are mentors.
Yeah. Just guiding the kids, because sports is not all about
success.
Yeah. It's life lessons too. Like there's life lessons within the sport. Like
yo,
basketball.
Yo,
basketball taught me so much shit.
A lot, bro. Like
so much shit.
Even when you're done playing, like there's a lot of shit you will carry that you can teach so many people, bro. Like time management, fucking resilience, confidence, bro. Confidence is like, yo,
it's everything.
Bro,
it's everything.
That really clicked for me in high school. I remember grade 10, bro. I was playing in the Rim Rocker tournament. Remember the Rim Rocker? Yeah. So I was playing Rim. I was at Gates with Eli and fucking Matthew Karatang and my other boy Danilo, right? We're playing the Rim Rocker. I had like one of the worst games of my like ever. I talked to my dad. I'm like, bro, I don't even want to play this no more. I told him I don't want to play this no more. He's like, hold on, just wait. So I talked to my other homie. He's like, yo, you got to take this in. Watch Through the Fire. Sebastian Telfair. Watch that shit. Watch that. I watched that, bro. That shit, like, to this day, that's one of the most impactful films I've seen in terms of just being confident and believing yourself. I watched that shit. I came back. I had 2 games that day. I had 20 the first game, and I think I had around 30 the next game, but we won it. I ended up finishing that tournament as a tournament all-star, bro. I went from like literally like a bum. Like I had like 2. It was like, bro, it was night and day. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And now obviously I'm not hooping anymore, but it's just situations like that teach me the power of confidence, bro. I carry it with what I'm doing now, with acting, with everything I do in life. So
everything.
I'm sure you have stories like that too.
Yeah, confidence is everything. Like even like boiling down to like talking to women. Like let's be real. Like,
oh man, they can sense it. Yeah,
you walk up to a girl and she's just like, and you have no confidence.
No
it's just
size.
like,
terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
It's everything, fam.
Yeah.
It's everything. Like it goes hand in hand with everything.
Facts, man. And even if you don't have it, fake it.
Yeah, you gotta fake it till you make it. Sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes. I'm big on the sometimes. Because
don't make it a habit.
Yeah, you can't like. So for me, like. That fake it till you make it. There's a fine line, yo. Like I'm not going out here and acting like I have more money than I really have. Yeah. I'm not going out here acting like I can, you know what I'm saying? Like go out here, like let's say for example I go to the club. I'm not out here buying everyone shots or buying a bottle or like.
Bro, it's idiotic.
No.
I'm not doing that.
I don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
You're gonna go home cheesed.
Yeah.
So what am I doing?
Yeah. So it's just like.
Yeah. I feel like. Everyone has had those moments, though.
Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of those lessons, bro. And it takes a while for you to really learn, like, I can't be doing that.
But I feel like I've heard this. There's this one financial advisor. His name's Dave Ramsey. He's a certified. You probably. Yeah, he's good. His name's Dave Ramsey. He said you have to go through those types of situations to really value money.
Yeah.
To really understand, like, this shit is not free.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nah, like no bullshit.
It hurts, bro.
A lot of the sometimes too, like going back to women, like you can't spend your money on every woman. Bro. You can't.
Yeah, you can't, man.
It's actually like a mod thing because like you're gonna go home so bent. Like, why did I do that? Like, I'm probably not gonna speak to her again. It was a shitty date.
Terrible date, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You know I just spent all this money. Like
I could have been used that for. I could
have did
groceries.
Yeah.
I could have used that on freaking. You know what I mean? I'm living on my own. I got a roommate now, so these are things I gotta consider and shit. Like
trust me,
there's more to life than spending bread on dates for sure. Don't get me wrong. I like going out and taking women out if I'm interested, but. To roll it back to what you're saying, like I think it's important to value money. It's important to value funds. We're only growing older.
Yeah,
we're not kids anymore.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy to think that we're not.
Yo.
We're just youths, fam.
Yeah.
Like, real shit.
When did I meet you? I was probably like 20,
No,
19?
younger probably, bro. Because I met you.
Vlad.
No, I bet you before that. I don't even know if you remember. So we were at Humber.
Oh, Bounce.
Yes.
Bounce. Holy shit.
That's when I met you, fam.
That's crazy, bro. What was that? That was grade for me that was grade
I'm a year younger than you.
11.
So
you
were
were probably grade 10.
Yeah.
Damn, I remember that. And that's when Eli was there, Jamal. That was the first time I seen Jamal there, bro.
Everyone was there. Like literally everyone was there.
Jalen. Yeah.
Yes,
Holy
bro.
shit, I remember that.
That's the first time I met you.
Yeah, I remember that, bro.
And you were actually nice too. I'm like, who the fuck is this under you? Like, what the fuck?
What do you mean that was? I've been cool still. I've been cool. I got a men's league still tonight. I got a men's league.
What league?
It's Valleys, bro. My homie invited me to it, but I'm trying. I'm gonna get into some more leagues.
Yo,
bro.
the men's leagues are not bad, bro. I went to a couple of these games and like, there's some hoopers in there.
Some guys.
Some old time guys that like
Brody. You heard of Brody?
I heard of Brody. I heard of that. My boy plays in Brody.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never checked the game. Still,
I might get into that. I know it's like a year round thing, but I'm looking to get into that. Yo, because the thing with when you stop hooping, it really tests your grind and staying fit, staying active. Because when you're hooping, you naturally have to do these things, and your body just naturally is fit. Yeah. I find with myself the biggest mental challenge for me is like staying committed to obviously being fit. Like that's just something I have to be. Yeah. And just it's a daily challenge because I don't have practices that I have to be at 2 hours 3 hours a day.
Nah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. Nah, so especially the pandemic, I feel like that shit tested a lot of people. Like hoopers too. Like I seen a lot of hoopers really just like use the pandemic as an excuse.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Fam, I was working. Like outside. You know those little parks that be having the pull ups and the dip bar. Yeah. I was out there. Yeah. Going crazy. Going on runs, going to the track. Like if I couldn't dribble a basketball, I was staying in shape. Cause like the biggest thing about hooping that I've learned, like just growing up, like it's not even about your skills. It's about like the shape you're in. Nah. Like real shit. Yeah. Cause like you could like if you could have all the skills in the world, but if you could do one rep at full speed only, it's not good enough. You got to do that rep like 10 times, 20 times.
You're cooked.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can't do 20 reps of whatever you're doing at that moment at the same speed every time, you're not in shape. Yeah. And it's going to kill you. So that's the biggest thing that I've done. Like I was running my ass off outside because I couldn't. There was no gyms at the time. There was no weight rooms. There was nothing, fam. And I'm not making that excuse. Like I feel like you kind of know me a little bit in that sense.
Yeah, I know.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta stay in shape. I gotta stay ready, because you never know when all this shit is gonna be over.
Opportunity comes.
Yeah, to the prepared.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be prepared no matter what. Yeah. So that's what I was doing in the pandemic, yo. Like, and it was rough. Like it wasn't easy doing that because like hooping a lot of the time is your cardio. Yeah. That's mainly what I do it for nowadays. Yeah. Bro. But like just a run with no purpose. That's not that's not easy.
Yo, have you what do you just listen to music, bro? Or you heard of that Nike Run app?
Yes, that's what I was using.
Yeah, use that.
That's what I was using.
That's what I was using, bro.
Yeah, that's the Nike Run app was definitely like game changer.
Yeah. Don't get me started on that one, bro. that one helped me out a lot too, just in staying shape. But no, I agree with what you're saying, bro. I heard the term the best ability is availability. If you can't stay on the floor longer than 5 minutes, although you might be cooking in those 5 minutes, but if a coach can only play you for that long, what good is that? Yeah. You know what I mean? I felt like that's conditioning is something that like I never enjoyed.
No. Never, ever enjoyed that shit, bro. That was probably like when I heard conditioning, I'll get cheese, fam.
Coach has baseline?
Yeah. Baseline at the end of practice too.
Jeez, bro.
Like, yo, are you serious?
What drills did they have you doing at like Marquette and Weaver and shit, bro?
Marquette was probably the worst time of my life when it came to that, fam. Like, they don't play games with that, fam. Like, they don't. So the strength coach was amazing though. His name is Todd Smith. Amazing guy, amazing strength coach. Got me. I was the strongest I've ever been. But it was rough, fam. Like Yo, I remember one day, fam. We had a crazy summer workout. Like, I'm talking about crazy. Like, hands on knees, dying at the end of the workout. Then we had, so at Marquette, I don't know about now, but when I was there, we had balloons. Mm-hmm. The balloons represented turnovers. So that doesn't matter what the fuck you're doing, fam. It could be 1-on-1, 3-on-3, 5-on-5. If you turn that bitch over, they pop that shit. Boom. You hear it like the whole gym. You can hear that shit. Yeah. And you're like, fuck, a balloon just went off. But you have 10 freebies. After the 10th one, you run for every turnover. So it's not like team turnovers. It's individual turnovers. So if I have 4 and someone else has 4 and someone else has 5 and someone else has 10 or whatever, you add that all together and we all run for that shit. So we go, we go for the fucking, so we did the workout. And at the end of the workout, we had 26 down and backs, right? Cool. That's tough. Like,
bro, that's disgusting.
No, it's fucking crazy. But the workout was mud too. So we had 26 down and backs. Cool. But it was on a Friday. So usually we have conditioning on Friday. So I'm thinking, oh, we're doing 26 down and backs? We're not doing conditioning. There's no way. No way. So I'm banging out the 26, going crazy. Finish the 26. And this is time too. Like, you have to make it on time or you're doing the rep again. So we did all 26, fam. And then the man said, yo, all right, we have conditioning now.
Nah, man.
That's the first time in my life I've almost threw up during a conditioning session.
Bro, that shit would make me contemplate life.
No, I told the strength coach, I'm like, I'm transferring. No, I swear to God I swear to God on everything I love. The first words I said to the nigga, I'm like, yo, I'm transferring. I'm not doing this no more.
Disgusting.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. It like logically, like, what am I doing?
What am I doing here?
What's going on here?
Yo, fam. Yeah. I don't even want to play basketball. If this is what it takes to be a basketball player, I don't want to do it, fam. I'm done.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I'm done.
But yo, honestly, those situations really, like, they really test you, bro.
Yes,
and I understand that's what you mean, like, by mentally too as well. They put you through the grinder for sure.
Oh, for sure. Like, I was in the best shape of my life though. Like, shout out to Todd and everybody who was involved. Yeah. But fuck that shit, fam. Yeah. That shit was crazy.
So comparing now the college experience to the pro experience, how is that in terms of conditioning, workouts, practice? Because I heard, not even heard, I know that a lot of times when you're even in the league, practices aren't grind. Mm-hmm. A lot of times it's just form work. It's just going over natural.
It's more technical, methodical. Yeah.
So now being in the CEBL, how has that experience changed, or has it changed for you?
No, it's definitely changed. I think we have a great coach that cares about us. Like, I'm not to say that coaches didn't care about us, but like I'm saying our bodies and how we feel is like really important. Mm-hmm. More like when I was at Marquette, it was like, yo, it doesn't matter how you feel, you got to do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. Like that type of mentality. Like, I don't care if your legs are sore or your knees hurting or you just twisted your ankle. Like, yo, finish these sprints. Yeah, better finish these sprints. But like that taught me, like, yo, like no one cares about nothing. Like, no one gives a fuck about your excuses. Like, you have to do what you have to do. Like, that's what that shit taught me. Like, don't, like, if someone's playing against me, they don't care if my ankle's hurting or if my back's hurting or whatever. They don't care.
You're getting cooked.
Yeah, it's war. So it's like that shit taught me a lot. But CBL was like, right now, the pro life, I want to say it's, I'm not going to sit here and say it's easier, but I'm going to sit here and say that I've been a pro for a minute. Even like if this is my first year, like I've been a pro. So it's like, it's nothing really new. Like we have practice, we would go hard, and then we get our work in after, or I get my work in after, and then I go home. Mm-hmm. And I think it's easier. I would say it's easier because I don't have class or I don't have other stuff. I don't have other shit to go do after that. Yeah. This is my job, and then once I'm done my job, my day's free. Yeah. So I think pro life is better that way. Yeah. Because I can focus. I have my main focus for these 2-3 hours, whether I'm getting treatment, whether I'm getting shots up, whether I'm in practice or whatever. And then the rest of my day, I could do what I need to do in order to be ready for the next practice.
The next game. When's your next game?
Saturday. Scarborough.
You guys are here?
In Scarborough.
In Scarborough, okay. Send me I know you sent me your schedule. I'm gonna try to throw that on the link after this is out. It's probably be out next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
Either or. But there's a I always hear this discussion of like what's the biggest jump between high school and college or college and pro. Speaking to someone that's been all three, you know what I mean?
I think high school to college is more learning how to play hard.
Yeah.
And learning the terminology, like the real basketball terminology. And college
you're good. You're
good. From high school to college is more about like it's more about
all right, you're good. What's up, so? What's up? No, you're good. Step through.
It's more about like making reads from high school to college, and then like just learn how to play hard, and then from college to pro is more about like learning shit on the fly. Like you have to learn shit quick. Yeah. Like the coach is gonna explain it maybe once or twice, and you have to go do it
just like that.
Yeah.
I found the biggest jump. Like obviously I only played college, but the technicality between it, just learning different terms, learning spacing. For me, it was more IQ than anything.
Okay.
A lot of times, because I played in the CIS, a lot of guys were on the same athletic level, but the guys that really excel were in terms of IQ were way above everyone else.
Yeah.
You know, knowing when to pull it back, knowing when to you switch. All right, do I have a mismatch here? Just making it simple because the game is so simple.
It is, but it's not.
It is, but it's
so simple that it's complicated.
Ooh.
Like it's so simple. Like it's like cause like basketball is really simple.
It's simple, yeah.
But it's not easy to do like the easy shit all the time.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. It's not.
You know what I mean, there's so much shit that goes into basketball. Like it's so much shit that nobody knows.
There's a lot of variables in this shit. It's not fucking like it's not just you do one thing and it equates to that. Like, you could have the perfect form. The ball still might not go in.
Or you could have the perfect possession. All these passes, we touch the paint, we kick it out, one more, you miss.
It happens. So I get what you're saying, but in terms of like in terms of reads.
Yeah.
Reads is where I really learned a lot in college. In terms of on pick and rolls, transition.
Yeah.
Fucking just sets. Like that's when in high school it was more just like get a buck.
Yeah, no
Do
cap.
your 10, get a buck. You need a buck, get a buck right now. You know what I mean? Like, nah, be real. I was at the Rock, bro. Shout out to the Rock in Florida, man. Shout out to Coach Harden, man. That was a great experience. But I really learned at U of A and Coach Barnaby as well too. He taught me a lot of just about being more versatile and being more intelligent as a point guard, especially because you know it best as a point guard and shooting guard. You have to be one of the most intelligent people on the floor.
You have to know where everyone else has to go, and you have to know where you have to go,
and you have to know where people excel.
Yeah,
right? You're setting people up.
Big. That's the big one. That's a big one, fam. Yeah. That's a big one. Like you have to know like your personnel.
Facts.
Yo, if this guy is not good in this area, don't give him the ball.
You mean come here?
Yeah,
that's screen here. I don't want you on the block.
No bullshit though. Like you have to know, and if that shit is not on point, it's your fault.
100%.
You're the point guard. You're the brains on the floor. Not to say that no one else is.
Not to say it's not that no one else is
intelligent on the floor, but it's like you're running the show.
That's your job.
It's your job. So you gotta know like where everyone else has to go, and if someone's not there, you gotta make sure they're there. And if they're not there, and then coach is pissed at you, you know what I'm saying. So it's a tough job, but a lot of that actually taught me a lot, yo. Like I love just to think about it now. Like this is a journey I've been on. Like it just taught me so much. Like even sometimes when you can get down on yourself, because it's tough. Like like everyone's had like a little goal they've set since they were young to go wherever they wanted to go. I mean, even if you didn't know where you wanted to be when you were young, like you always know you wanted to be something. And like sometimes that shit always doesn't work out the way you want it to work out. And basketball's taught me like, yo, like you just gotta just keep working, fam. Like just keep grinding, just trust the process. And don't let mistakes, failures like discourage you. It's the biggest thing for me. Like I almost quit.
Yeah. When was this?
2020, like when the pandemic was like.
This is before Weber.
Yeah.
This is right before Weber.
Right before Weber.
Damn.
Like I was just like, yo, like.
What were you thinking of doing? Going fucking like.
I was just thinking about just like coming back home, just get a job, make money.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I've had my run. Like, this shit is too much for me. Like mentally, like not physically. You know, physically.
Mentally, mentally is the biggest part for sure.
Mentally, it's just like this is too much. Like it's too much factors. There's too much that goes into this shit that like it could get you down. But the biggest thing I've learned, like on the other side of that, like, you know, you ever seen that meme of the man's like digging for diamonds?
Yeah, and he's right there.
And he quits and he just goes the other way. And the next man is digging for diamonds and he's still digging. Like that meme like speaks volumes to me because like I was almost the nigga that like went back. Like it's just like, yo, I'm done. Like but I broke through that wall. I found a couple of diamonds at Weber. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sir.
That, and I had my best season ever.
Yeah.
So, that shit just taught me like, yo, like just keep going, bro. Yeah. Like no matter like how hard it seems in the moment, it's tough to say. Like it's easy to say now, when you're not in those situations. It's easy to give that advice. It's easy to not take your own advice, but like at the same time, bro, like when shit gets hard for you, bro, it's just all you gotta do is keep going. It's just, especially when you're at your lowest, because that's when I feel like you're about to take off. Yeah. You're about to take off. Like when you're at your lowest, you're like, it might be tough in the moment to be like, yo, I just gotta just keep going, but yo, keep going. Because it's gonna happen for you, especially if you've put the work in and if you've like taken the time to really like hone in on your craft. I think it will happen organically for you if you just don't give up. I think success comes in not quitting. Yeah, that's the biggest.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, shout out to Nipsey, bro. Yeah. Consistency is everything. Yeah, 100%. You just simply said, yo, I made it because I just didn't stop.
Yeah, no bullshit.
I just didn't quit. You
like
know what
how
I mean?
old was he when he like blew up? Like he wasn't like these young rappers.
Yeah, probably like I was gonna say like 34.
Yeah,
35.
He's like in his 30s. Yeah. And like that's old for a rapper, but his music was amazing.
It's been amazing from time though. Yeah. That's what people don't understand. Yeah, it's true. Been amazing from time. Like I think, like you're just saying, I think consistency is everything, bro. Consistency and confidence is everything, man.
Yeah. 2 C's.
If that's if that's what if that's the theme of this whole episode, bro, this whole conversation, I could take away that for sure. I'm sure a lot of other people would too, man. Yeah. Bullshit. But yeah, bro. Yo, honestly, this has been a insightful talk, bro. I know it's been a minute since we sat down like this and shit, bro. But before I wrap this up, bro, you have any last words? I know you said you're playing this Saturday. Yeah. What else is going on with you?
What's going on with me? Oh yeah, I just signed a deal. I'm gonna go overseas to play in Sweden. It's kind of early, but I think the situation that I'm getting myself into is gonna set me up to be like one of the best guards in Europe.
Yeah, toast to that, man.
Yeah, toast to that, man. For sure. Yes, bro. Yeah, man. Like.
That's big.
It's a great opportunity for me to go down there and get better. Yeah. I think that's the main thing I'm gonna do is try to get better. The coach is already telling me like, he wants to make me like a. How do I describe this? So I could score. Yeah. But he wants to pair that ability.
Not on me though, but yeah.
Definitely on you. Definitely on you. Yo, no. Definitely. Better offense always trumps better defense.
Oh, my don't offense. Hey, don't run it back to Vlad. Hey, don't run it back to that 1-on-1.
Don't kill me, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, I will forever save that shit, I will forever hold that, bro.
Yeah, you got it for sure. You got it. But yeah, it's gonna set me up to be like I think it's gonna set me up to be one of the better guards in Europe because it's gonna pair my scoring ability with my playmaking. My playmaking is kind of catching up to my scoring ability. Yeah. And I don't think it's too far off, but there's some film and there's some tweaks that I need to make. There's some reads that I still need to understand. Yeah. And once I get that rolling, I feel like it's gonna be a lot of money being made. No bullshit. You heard it here first. So I think it's gonna be a good move. I'm really excited. That's why I leave August 15th.
August 15th for that. Okay, so, yeah, for sure.
I'm excited for that. And then they play. I'm not sure if you're familiar with how it works. I'm pretty sure you are, but there's different leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
So obviously there's Champions League. There's like Euro League.
Yeah.
There's like
BBL.
Yeah, BBL, ACB, all that.
Yeah.
So they're gonna. So basically, they can qualify for Champions League. So it's like a top 5 league in Europe. I'm gonna say top 5 because everyone's what's it called? Everyone's like definition of like what's the best league in Europe is like different. From person to person. Like everyone says EuroLeague's the best, and then it's like there's a couple names after that. It's like always different. So it's like whatever. So it's a top 5 league in Europe. I would say probably like top 4, top 3.
Yeah.
And then if they can't qualify for that, they qualify for like another like top 5 league in Europe. It's called FIBA Europe Cup, where they play they play like European competition. So like they play in different countries in Europe. Will expose a lot of my talent.
Yeah. On like some of the biggest stages.
Yeah. And this team that I'm going on is the best team in Sweden. They just won a championship in Sweden. So like,
bro, shout out to you, man. Congrats, bro. Congrats, man. It's a pleasure to have you on this pod, man, and to even talk about these things because I think a lot of people, not even people, but young kids that are trying to pursue something, especially in the basketball realm, they're gonna take something from this, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You're a testament to that, bro.
Yeah,
because you were at a time that little kid too.
Yeah,
but to now see you in this position, it's inspiring, bro. For sure.
For sure. Yeah. So if I was to say anything to the youth, like if you have a dream to do anything, like just make sure you plan for it, and then you execute that plan every day. So whether you're putting it, you gotta make sure that your whole life revolves around this plan. Like real shit. Like so me, like I knew from a young age I was gonna go to the NBA. But even if I'm going overseas now, like I know it's just a stepping stone to wherever I'm gonna go. So like, if you're gonna do anything, plan for it and then work for it every day, fam. No matter how young you are and how like it doesn't matter. Like I was working like a pro since I was like in the 5th grade. Real bullshit. Yeah. Like with my older brother, like running crazy distances, doing all this training just to prepare for this moment. Like so if I'm gonna say anything to the youth, like if you have a dream, plan for it and go for it and work for it every single day. Your whole life revolves around this plan. So like if you want to be a doctor, make sure you're doing everything. You're doing all your research, you're doing all your studying, you're going to school, you're getting good grades, you're doing whatever you got to do to make sure that you're becoming whatever.
Putting yourself in a position.
Yeah, if you want to play sports, make sure you're doing everything every day. Your diet is good. You're hanging around the right people. You have the right mentors. You're putting in the work. Stuff like that, If I'm gonna say anything to you, plan and work for it every single day, and don't let bad friends get in the way of
your environment. Your environment's everything.
Cut those guys. Cut friends. Cut people off who are not like helping you get to where you need to be. Cut those people off right away. Like don't even waste time, fam. Don't even feel sorry about cutting them off either, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be cheese when you have this guy that's in your circle that's not providing no knowledge, no inspiration.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's just not doing nothing. He's just a man on the block, just like not trying to do nothing for himself. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you have good friends around you, good people around you, good mentors. You're working towards whatever you gotta work towards every single day. And when you're at your lowest, like keep going. Like please keep going, bro. You're gonna get through whatever you're gonna get through. You're gonna get through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not easy to do it in the moment, but I promise you'll regret it if you quit just because it got hard.
Yeah.
And you were
almost there, yeah.
Yeah, I was almost there. And I'm glad I didn't do it because it would have been easy to do. That's the easy thing to do. So that's what I would say. If anything to the youth or anybody, it doesn't even matter. You don't have to be a youth. Just whatever. If you're 40, my age, a youth, I think it's great advice.
On that note, man, Koby, man, like I said, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Yeah. You already know.
Man. On that note, we out.